Now, from South Seminole Academy in Castleberry, Florida, direct from the third floor of building number 3, this is South Seminole News.
Hello and welcome to the Friday Show. I'm Grace.
And I'm Colin. Today we're going to be rating the top 10 best sodas.
In 10th place is 7-Up because it is not good and is not sweet enough.
In 9th place is Mountain Dew because it's a sweeter Sprite.
In 8th place is Sprite because it's very fizzy and doesn't have much flavor.
In 7th place is Diet Coca-Cola because it's diet and diet doesn't taste good.
In 6th place is Pepsi because it's a lot like Coke, very boring and a very normal drink.
In 5th place is normal Coca-Cola because it's pretty basic and boring.
In 4th place is Fanta because it tastes too much like fruit, and a soda is a treat, and fruit is not much of a treat.
In 3rd place is Strawberry Sunkist because it's sweet and good.
In 2nd place is Cherry Coke because it is sweet and very good, but I still have one more I like more than it.
In 1st place is Dr. Pepper because it is sweet and has very good flavor.
Remember to come back next week for more top 10 lists.
That's it for today. Stick around to learn about the top 10 best places to get ice cream.
Have a great
weekend and come back next week. And don't forget to storm.
Bye.
Bye.
Hello, friends, and you are our friends. Welcome to the Dean's Den. As you notice, we do not have Ms. Pearson here. She actually is somewhere different, but we do have the Minister of Defense, the Sultan of Security, Mr. Moran. Mr. Moran, welcome to the Dean's Den.
Thank you. Good morning, Hurricanes.
Hey, Mr. Moran, a lot of people see you around school, and they see you. Oh, wait a second. We have another guest that just popped in.
That was an awkward transition.
That's okay. We have the magician of media, the curator of creativeness,
Welcome.
the producer
Welcome to the Dean's Den.
of positivity.
That's very good. That's very
Mr.
good.
Miles, you're very welcome. Want to give you your due as he is the behind-the-scenes magician that makes it all happen.
It's a lot of fun. The Dean's Den is a very big hit right now with the kids.
It's hot. Mr. Moran, so people see you around school wearing the yellow shirt. What's your role at South Seminole?
Well, my role is to keep the school safe, keep the kids, and make sure everybody's doing the right thing and leaving and coming in the right way.
That's awesome. That's great. And you've been with us for 2 years now.
Yep.
And for those of you who don't know, Mr. Moran is a very integral part of our PSC team, Pot of Support Center team, along with Mrs. Leenan. We couldn't do our jobs, Ms. Pearson and I, without Mr. Moran doing what he does. So he's a huge part. Any parents, students need anything, he's a great resource and a good person to get to know. Mr. Miles?
But you didn't start here. Of course, you've been here for 2 years. Where were you just previous to South Seminole?
Oh, I was retired. I retired from the NYPD.
Oh, okay. See, I didn't know that. See, I'm glad I'm on the Dean's Den today. I didn't know that.
Yes. Yeah, well, that's why we bring people to educate them.
Thank you. I
That's
feel
what the Dean's
educated.
Den's all about educating the young minds like yourself.
I feel educated. Thank you.
Yes. I did promise the audience that at some point we would try to get the leader of the lighthouse, Dr. Coleman, on. She's very elusive.
Yes.
But we are gonna keep our people keep reaching out to her people. We're gonna make this happen someday, and we're hoping. Not that we don't love having Mr. Moran.
Of course. But I feel like she's watching this episode right now with great sadness that she couldn't be a
probably
part of
is.
it. Yeah.
I mean, Mr. Moran begged
I'm
me.
only keeping the chair warm for her.
Right. That's
Yeah,
right.
and Mr. Moran begged me. He said, I really want to be on the Dean's Den. And I said, Mr. Moran, come on, man. Come on. So I said, all right, we'll do this. We'll get it done today. A couple of things I just want to say. A shout out to some old Hurricanes, guys. The Lake Howell High School freshman football team
Yes.
defeated the mighty Lake Mary Rams 12-0, a shutout. Big shout out to ex-Hurricane Mikhail Bryant. Had a great game running the ball. Ex-Hurricane Dumont Allen had a great job as a DB, broke up a deep pass, about a 40-yard pass. Would have been a game changer, but Dumont swatted it right out of the air. Good air defense there. Also, Jabari Gardner had a pretty good game as well on the line, defensive line.
That's 2 weeks in a row now, right? Strong
performance.
JV performance.
Led by our Hurricanes, our ex-Hurricanes. That Lake Cal High School football freshman team has had 2 straight shutouts. They completely.
What was the score last week?
40. No, last week was I guess 40-something to 0. They just absolutely dismantled Lyman.
Oof.
It was terrible. And this week they took out Lake Mary, so they're 2-0 on the season. They've yet to surrender a point.
And tonight?
Justin Damas is also on the team.
Oh.
He's an ex-Hurricane, played really well. I mean, there's the roster's littered with ex-Hurricanes, so we've done really well for ourselves as far as our alumni on the next level. So any of you guys, 8th grade boys that are looking forward to playing football next year, we've turned in quite the pipeline to Lake Howell, and those coaches really rely on us getting them ready, not just athletically, academically.
And I know those students are so happy to be playing football because there was a time where they weren't sure if it was going to happen or not, and they're playing strong, aren't they?
They're playing great, and the staff really enjoys them. And we get those calls from those Lake Howell coaches asking us, hey,
who looks good? What's up? What should I be looking out for?
What should I be looking out for?
That's
and,
good.
And what do we got coming up? So I'm sure there's a couple Hurricanes I'm missing. Linwood's another one.
Oh, Linwood,
Linwood's playing.
Excuse me, guys. I'm just gonna have to step out.
Sure, no
okay.
problem,
See
Mr. Moran.
now these things happen.
Yes.
Just to let you know, the show is not edited. Things like this can really happen.
All right, Mr. Moran. Thank you for joining us.
Perhaps he can accost someone and have him take his place out in the hallway.
He possibly can. But yeah, I just want to give a shout out to Linwood.
Oh,
Linwood
that's
did
great. Yeah, Linwood was
fantastic.
in my class for 2 years, and I'm happy to hear that he's playing football. That's
Yeah,
great.
so they're doing great. And here on the athletic front here at South Seminole, our cross-country team kicked off the season this Wednesday.
Yep.
Did really well. I just want to give a shout-out to Coach Payne, Coach Jackson, organizing it, making it happen, doing a great job.
Every Wednesday they have a meet, right?
This upcoming Wednesday, they're going to have a meet as well. And the 24th, it'll finish off on the 24th, which will be at Lake Mary High School.
And that's usually a big event, isn't it? Yes.
Big event. And then we just got word that our track season will get underway. It's starting in November.
Excellent. So you'll be hearing something on the news
Yep.
about tryouts soon for that.
Track and field.
And
Not
then-
just track, but field as well. We've got shot put. We've got, there's lots of other things that occur with track and field.
And when we reach that point, we'll probably put that same QR code up on the screen where you're allowed to scan that QR code to help you just automatically pay for whatever
If
it is you
haven't
need.
already, yeah.
Yeah.
If you haven't
We
already,
will do that.
We'll do that. But yeah, it's going to roll straight from cross country right into track, and we're hoping to get the track season in before winter break.
That is so good to hear because when the school year started, we just weren't sure what was going to be the situation with sports. Unfortunately, last year, basketball had to be canceled, and I know that's very devastating for some of our kids who were here for 6th and 7th grade playing JV, and then this was their year to play varsity, with us.
Yeah, it did, and so we're trying our best to get. The county's doing a really good job of keeping everything going. So, go out and support those middle school athletics when you can. Support those high
Absolutely.
school athletics when you can. Support the county when you can, because I know those athletes really enjoy that.
We're looking forward to having that volleyball season right around the corner.
Yes, we are. And
hopefully.
for volleyball as well as basketball, don't you guys televise the games?
Absolutely, yes. We have, for the basketball games, we've got Mr. Cornia and Mr. Domowitz do the play-by-play for us. We've got your scoreboard in the corner, all the information at the bottom of the screen. We make it look as professional as possible. Volleyball, I haven't had a chance to get somebody that wants to announce those games. Mr. Cornia admitted to me, he says he doesn't have the knowledge to do play-by-play on volleyball, but we still, every home game, boys, girls, varsity, JV, every home game you can find on our YouTube page. That's at youtube.com/South Seminole News, of course. And we're looking forward to, we always get so excited for the sports seasons here because we fill up the stadium, we record the games, and I know the kids and the parents who can't be at the games at least can watch them up on YouTube. Grandma and grandpa who live on the other side of the country, they can see you. They can see how you're a superstar right here at South Seminole.
So, like I said, hopefully we're still on those COVID-19 guidelines for
Yes,
CDC
of course.
and social distancing. So we're going to try our best to get everybody accommodated to watch the games, whether that's live or
Right, or on
televised.
tape. Yes. Now that'll be a big thing, I guess, that
live
if we
streaming.
if we have to, I'd love to be live streaming it. Now that we haven't live streamed it yet, but if it seems like we're not allowed to fill up the stadium, the bleachers, then watching it on video is going to be even bigger this year. So we're looking forward to that. So basketball, volleyball, so looking forward to that this year. But we're glad that at least cross country is in effect right now.
It is. And, also I want to just remind everyone, as we do every day on announcements, to wear your masks.
Of course.
Snugly over your face, snugly over your nose. Make sure it's both covering. Last thing we want to do is have to give a hero ticket for not properly wearing a mask. It's not just for you; it's for everyone else around you.
I know it must be a challenge when you're out at lunch, take the mask off, take the mask on and off when you're eating. But I have to say, in my class, from what I've seen, kids have been really good about it with keeping the masks on.
It's gotten a lot better. And,
Yeah.
and if you ever your mask breaks, anything happens with your mask, you just find
Oh, yeah,
any,
we've
any
got 'em.
adults in the hallway will be able to give you a mask like the one Mr. Miles is wearing
Yeah.
right now. It's a white one.
Miss
We'll be able to
Pearson's
give it
got
to
the
you.
little bag
Yep,
that she can
little-
just zip, and there you go. Anytime you see her in the hallway, she
Yeah.
can provide one for you.
That'll be
But
great. Yeah.
I got to say, thank you to the kids. They've been really good about keeping their masks on and doing their best to keep distant with everyone. And lunchtime is probably the one where it's the most challenging for you. You got to remind them, okay, you're done with lunch. You got to put the mask back on. And how's the situation been with kids eating in Leadership Hall?
Oh, it's been great. As you know, we've had to remind them a few times, and you guys know what I'm talking about. Just stay in your area once you stay. But no, it's great. We've had enough spacing. We've had everything going on. So
Good.
It's
Very
good.
good.
And I'd like to take this opportunity to announce that on the Dean's Den,
Yes.
we're going to be adding a new segment.
Oh.
It's going to be a question and answer. So
Oh.
if any students have any questions that they want to pose to the Dean's Den,
I like this.
they can drop off their questions down at the PSE with myself,
That's
Mr.
right.
Fernandez.
You can
or-
drop them off on the third floor
on
if
the
you want
third
here in the
floor of Mr.
newsroom.
Miles.
That's a great idea.
And so what we'll do is, starting when we start getting questions,
start getting
hopefully
questions,
next
right?
week, Miss Pearson and I will open the mailbag and
Oh,
we'll
very
answer
good.
questions for any students they might have regarding anything we'll be able to answer, whether it be sports related, school related.
Sure.
And if we don't have an answer, if we get the question in enough time, we'll get you an answer.
School activity
school
related as well, I'm
activity related,
sure.
yeah,
October
anything-
21st, Unity Day's coming up, if you were curious
Right.
about that.
Yep,
It's
so-
wear the orange shirts.
Absolutely. Yep. So we'll have a Q&A with the Dean's Den.
Oh, I
We'll
like that.
finish
You
up.
guys are adding segments to the show already. That's very,
Well-
very good.
Well, Mr. Miles, when you're one of the fastest growing shows
It's true. It's true.
on the South Seminole News, you've got to always
Skyrocket.
stay ahead of the competition.
The numbers don't lie. He's right. The numbers don't lie. Dean's Den is very hot right now. It's on the Friday afternoon show, but it's its own separate segment on
Yep.
YouTube as well. If you just want to see the Dean's Den, it'll just be up there by itself. But if you also want to catch it on the Friday afternoon show, which we do every Friday during,
And other podcasts just need to know that to be the man, you got
gotta
to beat the man. And
yes.
to beat the man, you got to walk that aisle into the Dean's Den.
That's right. That's right. You're only 3 episodes into this, and you're already adding new segments to it. You're bringing on guests to interview.
Yep. So
That's-
we're trying to make this as most interactive as possible. So
Yes.
students, if you've got any questions, send them our way. We'll open it up in the mailbag.
How great!
It'll be like the Dean's drive-through.
How great is that? You'll be here with this big bag of mail, and you'll just put your
open it
hand
up.
through it and pick one out and see if you can answer
Answer
it.
the question for you.
That's
So-
very good.
All right. Well, having said that, students, I think that will wrap up another week of the Dean's Den.
Okay, you'll have to wrap it up. I'm gonna have to go into the other room to officially wrap it up because we want to see your graphic pop up
Excellent,
at the end.
Mr. Miles.
So, Mr. Fernandez is
exit
going
at this
to
point. Thanks, Mr.
wrap
Miles,
things
for
up.
filling in. You admirable job, sir. Admirable job. And having said that, I will say for Miss Pearson, as she is not here today, don't forget to storm.
Welcome back to the Riley and Jenna Talking About Stupid Stuff show. I'm Jenna.
And I'm Riley.
Today we will be listing our top 5 favorite movies, but we have separate lists.
And today we have a special guest, our best friend Yan Singh. I'm here.
To start off at number 5 of my list, I have Attack of the Clones. Even though it's at the bottom of my list, I really do love this movie. This movie really shows that Darth Vader was not always a villain. In fact, it shows that he was at one point anti-hero, at one point just a hero, and at one point a villain. And this movie really just represents Anakin Skywalker and not necessarily who he became. It shows that at his redemption arc and his opposite of a redemption arc that happened. So I think it shows good character development and a really good plot.
For my number 5, I have the movie Howl's Moving Castle. This is an incredible animated movie packed full of adventure and mystery. The whole plot of the movie was trying to uncurse a witch, and I would definitely recommend it.
think this movie is extremely underrated because not a lot of the people I know have seen it.
One of mine is Spirited Away. It's a really good movie, and it's like about ghosts and spirits and stuff, and it's pretty cool. Yes.
Okay, everybody, why are these movies at the bottom of your list? If you haven't already said it, like, is there any specific thing?
I just didn't. I didn't put them in the order, so yeah.
Okay, Riley.
Do you like it when the main characters are more attentive and vigilant, or rambunctious and funny, and why?
Rambunctious and funny. I find it entertaining.
Yeah, same. It's very entertaining.
Okay, next up on my list at number 4 is Guardians of the Galaxy. I love this movie. It's not as high up because it's not quite as iconic as some of the other movies. Same thing with my last movie, Attack of the Clones. It's not one of the most iconic Star Wars movies, so I didn't think it should be at the top of the list. But either way, Guardians of the Galaxy is hilarious. The characters are great. It's by far one of my favorite movies and one of the funniest Marvel movies I think I've ever seen.
From my number 4, I put Home Alone, and I know that's a weird one to say because it's considered a Christmas movie, but I never really saw it as a Christmas movie. I see Home Alone as an incredible action-filled, hilarious movie that just happened to take place during Christmas, because you could make that movie take place during any holiday and it would still make sense.
Okay, my number 4 is Mulan because it's a very inspiring like movie, and it's kind of very empowering, and there's a dragon, so yeah.
Okay. Are you apprehensive about watching any of the movies that me and Riley have listed so far, Beyonce?
I don't know what that means.
Oh my goodness.
I am speaking the truth.
Like, which one of the movies that Jenna and I listed would you like?
That's not what it means.
Probably Howl's Castle, something. I don't know.
Is there a reason why, or do you just think they'd be interesting to you?
I was planning to watch it, then like I never had the time. So yeah.
Okay. Next up at number 3 on our list, we have To All the Boys I've Loved Before on my list. This is at number 3 because I love action movies, but I also love rom-coms, and I had to put at least one rom-com on my list because it's like my second favorite movie genre. And this is by far my favorite. It's one of the funniest and cutest rom-coms I have ever seen. I love how Peter Kavinsky and Laura Jean were friends before they started dating. It was super great, and it's by far one of the best rom-coms I've ever seen, so I had to put it on this list.
For my number 3, I have Empire Strikes Back. This movie was definitely my favorite Star Wars movie because it was the one movie that I can think of where they changed the format for once and have the villains win and not the heroes. There's also a lot of iconic scenes, like Luke learning the Force and pulling the lightsaber out of the snow.
Okay, my number 3 is Tangle. I just really like the plot and like the art, and it's like really pretty movie, so
Nice.
that's my reason.
At number 2, I have The Empire Strikes Back. This movie is my second favorite because it is absolutely iconic. It has, just like Riley said, it has some of the best scenes ever, like Luke, I am your father. Everybody knows that scene, even if you haven't seen the movie. The Yoda cameo. Han Solo getting frozen in carbonite, and so much more. The characters are also probably the most iconic, and so are the villains. It's just pretty much what you think of when you think of Star Wars, and I think it's really great.
For my number two, I have Spider-Man Far From Home. I thought that this movie was absolutely fantastic because of pretty much everything in it. Not only do I just love Spider-Man in general, but the entire thing, him losing Tony, was an incredible story.
Okay, my number two, or yes, number two, is Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. I like this movie because there's like the style's really pretty and like it's kind of comic-y, but it's also animated. And also Sunflower, the song that was in it was one of my favorites for a period of time. So
Okay, out of all of the characters we have talked about so far, which is your favorite and which is your least favorite? It's a question for everybody.
uh I don't know.
I'll start off. My favorite character that I've listed so far is probably Darth Vader or Anakin Skywalker. Not necessarily Darth Vader, but who he was before he became Darth Vader. And my least favorite character I've listed so far, shoot, is probably, wow, I love all these movies, so it's really hard. Cut to Riley saying her favorite character so I can think.
Riley, go.
I think that my favorite character that I've said was definitely Spider-Man, obviously. And like Jenna, I don't think I have a least favorite. I love all of these movies. That's why they're on my top 5.
I don't remember most of their names, so I don't know.
Yeah, pretty much I don't have a least favorite character, but
Yeah.
I really don't like the villain-ish. It's not like necessarily villain because it's rom-com, but I don't like Jin from To All the Boys I've Loved Before. Okay, at number 1 on my list, I have Spider-Man Far From Home, and this is unfortunately why I couldn't say Spider-Man is my favorite character when I asked that question, but he is. This is my favorite movie because it's been my favorite superhero since I was a little kid. The plot of the movie is great from the beginning to the end, and I love how they incorporated the different places other than New York and like a lot of the other Spider-Man trilogies. I thought it was really good. I also love all the characters in this movie and how funny it is. And you really got to see how Peter Parker developed as a person and a hero and how he began to control his spidey senses or Peter Tingle. And it was just absolutely wonderful. And I loved how the villain pretended to be a hero before they found out he was a villain, and he never had any powers at all. He was just using the power of deception. And I thought it was a really clever villain.
For my number 1, I have the trilogy of Back to the Future. The reason I made it my first place as a 3-way tie is because I like to think of Back to the Future as one big movie because no time passed in between the 3 movies. Back to the Future is an incredible and action-packed movie, but it is also hilarious. Every little thing in this movie has made a difference in one way or another. Like when he went to the past and created the skateboard, rock and roll music, and was literally Clint Eastwood. All of the details in this movie is what makes it so incredible to me, even if my best friend Jenna won't watch it.
My top one is The Legend of Pi. It's a really good movie. I also like the art style of this. This movie, like, I like all the characters. It shows that like everybody has their own goals and that like stuff may not always seem like what it is. They like even the villains, even all of them, they have like their own goals and they're not all evil. And I really like this movie. Yeah.
To end it off, I'm going to ask everybody their least favorite movie out of everybody's list. and I'm gonna start by saying my least favorite movie is Back to the Future. I don't like Back to the Future. I'm probably gonna get some hate for not liking Back to the Future, but
Mhm.
there's something that registers with me that is not a fan. I'm not here for it.
Well, my least favorite movie that all of us have listed is definitely To All the Boys I Loved Before. I, I, I just never liked that movie because I'm not a rom-com person.
You never watched it. At least I watched Back to the Future.
You watched like 30 minutes of it.
No, I watched like 15 minutes of it.
And Yansing, what's your least favorite?
I don't really have a least favorite because I don't know most of any of your movies. So I don't know.
Any honorable mentions somebody wants to add? Because I would love to add the Pirates of the Caribbean and Jurassic Park movies because they're my favorite. They're some of my favorite trilogies, so those are really good.
Mm. I think some honorable mentions for me is definitely Tron Legacy and pretty much every single one of the Star Wars movies except
Yeah.
the ones with Anakin.
I'm offended. Okay, well, that's all for now.
Yes.
Riley,
Bye.
cue outro.
Well, that's all we have for today, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in, but now we'll have to say goodbye.
Yes.
I'm Jenna.
I'm Riley.
I'm Yansing.
Bye.
See you next time.
Bye.
Welcome to Hallows Eve in the Lounge, featuring Sophie, Alyssa, and Sarah. Our guest is Taryn. And today's topic is Halloween.
Do you have a potential Halloween tradition that you would like to share? If so, what is it?
Not really. I just kind of go trick-or-treating and pass out candy with my family.
What is your favorite Halloween memory?
When I was 7, I went trick-or-treating, and there was this house with, like, stairs to go up the stairs and get the candy. So on the way back down the stairs, I tripped and fell down the stairs. Painful. Ripped my dress. But it was my favorite because I thought it was funny.
That's kind of sad.
It was sad, but it was really funny at the same time.
Okay, what is your favorite Halloween costume that you've worn in the past?
The same, like, year that I had fell downstairs, I went as a spider princess. I felt so pretty.
Who do you celebrate with?
Mainly my friends and family.
Are you dressing up this year? And if so, what are you going as?
I'm going as a demon this year.
What is your favorite part of Halloween?
I like to sit on my porch and scare people.
Are you collecting candy this year or staying home?
Both.
What are your favorite and least favorite candy?
My favorite is definitely candy corn, and my least favorite is Reese's peanut butter cups.
Are you passionate about going to haunted houses? If so, why?
Yes, I love, like, the thrill and, like, thought of being scared. I don't know why, but it's so fun to me.
Do you like getting scared during Halloween or do you like scaring people more?
I actually like being scared more because it's like the adrenaline rush is like boom.
Okay. Well, that was Hallows Eve in the Lounge. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Hi, I'm Jenny DeVito.
And I'm Mads. And we're from the SGA Beans. Oh well. We're here to talk about Spirit Week.
End of October 5th to the 9th. Since this is the end of the first 9 weeks, we at SGA felt it would be fun to celebrate the end of 9 weeks.
This week will include Mom Monday,
Tourist Tuesday,
Favorite TV Character Wednesday,
Cultural Appreciation Thursday,
and finally, Pajama Friday. Students, don't forget whether you're participating or not, you still need to follow the dress code policy.
Students who are not participating need to adhere to the SSA dress code, while those who are will need to follow the SCPS dress code guidelines. Seminole Connect students and face-to-face people are more than welcome to participate and can send in pictures to southseminolenews@yahoo.com.
Welcome to Fandom Fanatics.
That is what we are now naming our show.
Totally did not just come up with that like 5 seconds ago.
Anyways, with one of your, should we call you? It was one of our hosts, me, Brienne, and with our other one.
I am Amelia. Hello. Hello, world.
Hello, world, or people who are watching this.
Yes.
Okay, so do you want to explain your background first, or shall we save the best for last or second?
Should we save this for later? Because I feel like it would tie in with our last subject. Maybe, yeah.
Maybe.
Okay, Brienne, go bring out the blow-drying cows.
Okay, this is not about anime, it is not, but you guys need to know about this. You guys gotta look it up. It's so adorable, it's so fluffy. Something that we all should have in our life because it's just beautiful is blow-dried cows. Just look at it. Look how cute, it's so fluffy. Blow-dried cows are amazing. But blow-dried bunnies are just, it's really funny because all you see, or you just see like you can't even see their face. But blow-dried cows,
Something stopped.
Really?
Oh, you just stopped there, you're like, blow-dried cows? And then I went to Google and I'm like, we must continue.
Blow-dried cows? Just look at them.
They are fluffy.
They're so fluffy and cute. And just like the owner trying not to pet them for the 85th time that day. Just like, who wouldn't want to pet them? Why did I just look at it? It's so cute. Okay, back to anime, because this is an anime show, not a show about cows.
Hey,
but
it's Fandom
they're adorable.
Fanatics. You get to talk about whatever the heck you want, okay?
True. Okay. Bringing in
let's
our
see.
first anime we would like to talk about is Fruits Basket.
Voila. Fruits basket. Basket of fruit. It's an anime about baskets and fruit. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. You got your typical shoujo pro tag anime girl with brown hair and bangs and brown eyes. No, just kidding. Typical anime MC girl. And how do I explain this? Well, let's say that there are people who turn into animals, and whenever she goes up and hugs them, they're like,
Well, only the males, not the females.
well, yeah, because they're the same. Bleh.
So you guys know about zodiacs, right? I'm guessing because that was a huge thing. Zodiacs.
Yeah, people know about them zodiacs.
Well, with the with the animals like the cow. I'm sorry, I just love them so much. Cow is one of the cat, which was supposed to be one but wasn't. The rat, all that stuff. Yeah, all of those people in the family represent one of those animals. And when the opposite gender hugs them, that is not part of the zodiac family, they turn into that animal.
Yeah, I actually have a calendar in my room.
Me too. Didn't we get that on my birthday?
Oh wait, we did. We
Oh
both
yeah,
got
memories.
Fruits basket calendars.
Yeah, I remember that. Good memories. Good memories.
Before Corona.
Anyways.
Yeah, anyways.
But,
should we give... Keep going. Sorry.
Okay. What was I gonna say? Probably should take off my glasses. There's like a glare. Hi.
I was gonna say, should we give a really short and quick cool rundown about Oran?
I mean, Should we explain a little bit about like the main character? Because we kind of just mentioned like she's like you got your typical pro tag here. No. Anything else?
This is the explanation. Boom.
Perfect. Beautiful. Amazing.
Low budget cosplay. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay. But
Okay.
something about the character is that she actually lives with the people. I can't believe
Homeless child.
what is her last name? Do you remember?
Honda.
Honda. The
Vroom vroom.
exactly. Well, that's the pro tag's last name.
I want to edit put someone's face on a Honda car.
Perfect. Perfect. But I'm talking about like all the guys, the Zodiacs, and that one girl who's very strong and kind of scary. But
Scary.
but what's the Zodiac? The Zodiac people. What's their last name? I forgot.
It's so hard to remember names for some reason. Well, we have Yuki and Yuki.
Okay, I forgot what their last name was. I know it wasn't Zodiac. I know it's something else, but I can't remember.
Ask Google. Google help.
I think it started with an S.
Soma.
Soma. Okay, yeah, I knew it started with an S. I think. Anyways, yeah, she actually lives with them because she used to live in a tent. I mean, for a little while, but now she lives with them.
Homeless girl. Totally typical MC. Please don't come at me.
Seriously, they'd be like, okay, so we have this typical pro tag. What to do to make it a little spice? Ah, yes.
Lives in a tent. No, I have an idea. Imagine the creators were like, oh, what do we make for our new story? Well, let's see. Typical MC goes to Chinese restaurant. Look, the calendar. Such a beautiful idea. And then boom. No. It's a beautiful explanation.
Yes, very beautiful. Anyways, let's transition to our high school host club.
High school host club.
Oh yeah, before we do that, I just remembered I forgot to say this. I mean, I said it in another video, but I'm gonna say it again. There's two versions of Fruits Basket. There's the older version and the newer version. The newer version, they had one season, but then they came out with the second season. So there's two seasons, and I need to watch the second season. Why haven't I watched it yet?
Crunchyroll Premium. Too expensive.
Yeah, right. Anyways, now back to transitioning to our high school host club.
High school host club.
Anyways, we got another pro tag with brown hair, brown eyes, but looks like a male even though she is a female.
Let me give you a quick rundown and explanation again. Okay, so this is before the haircut. And this is after the haircut.
The only reason her getting a haircut is because someone's had gum in her hair and they couldn't get it out, so they went chop chop.
This is after the haircut. You don't see the
beautiful representation, 100% accurate.
100% accurate Haruhi Fujioka cosplay.
Yeah.
$500. Pay up.
But anyways, she won a competition and she is now going to this school that is meant for really rich kids.
Yes. And the rich kids are hosts and they have their own little club and they have fancy schmancy tea parties, and there's really short boy who likes to eat a lot of cake.
Honey
And
senpai.
Honey Senpai, yeah. That tiny dude there.
You also got the twins.
Oh yeah. You got the twins. You have Prince Tamaki. Not Prince Tamaki. Tamaki, he's Prince like Fancy Aura. You wanna go?
I actually don't remember the characters' names. I'm just ashamed.
Glasses Boy.
Yes. Wait. I got this. I might not have black hair, but I got this.
Transfers a wig virtually. Yes, Kyoya Otori. That's
My forehead's so shiny under this light.
yeah, imagine that but with black hair and boom, you got the most accurate representation ever.
Just minus the brown hair.
Yeah. And then Mori Senpai. He's the very tall dude called well, he rarely talks. Very
Yeah.
quiet, silent.
By the way, the whole reason why she joined is because she went in there, broke something in there, but since she is not a very rich person, she isn't rich at all. She is one of us. She could not afford it, so she had to be a part of the club. And after like 100 meetings, I believe, or like that, she would be free.
Yeah. She had to repay her debt by being a host, and so basically moral of the story is don't break fancy stuff. Get a good scholarship so that you don't have to pay to get to a rich school like Haruhi. That's one good thing. She was smart girl who got into fancy school by a scholarship. I remember that episode.
I remember the Alice in Wonderland episode.
Oh yeah, there was that episode.
Also, can we just like bring attention to her, like two of the male members we found? They are queens.
Wait, to who?
Like the two male, no, not well. One, her father, and then her father's friend.
Oh yeah.
They are queens.
Stan.
We stand them.
Stan. Virtual crown.
It's kind of funny if you think about it, because she looks like a guy and prepares. Wow, Brianne. Prefers male clothing because that's what she finds more comfortable. And then her father, is a male but prefer women's clothing. Queens. They're queens.
And yeah, so should we go on to backgrounds or should we give a little bit more on Oran?
Anyway, should we move to some of our favorite characters?
Yeah. Do you want to go first? Or?
Yeah, sure, I'll go first. Yeah, this might come to a surprise, but I can't exactly consider this person one of my favorite characters because I haven't even gotten to this scene yet. Not scene, season. I just know a lot about him because before I got into the show, people kept talking about him and then I had to learn about him. So I understand. But probably one of my favorite characters would be Toga Kimiko from My Hero Academia. Probably the first person I really liked.
Ah, yes, Toga.
She's baby.
You made her like your profile picture and yeah,
Not for WebEx. WebEx is Celestia Ludenberg.
Yeah, true. For my school account, I had first I had this like cool filter on Weibushan as my profile picture, and then I had a chibi when young. But do you have any other characters or?
Well, I mean, like I like a lot of characters, but the ones I probably like the most is probably Toga, Celestia, Junko, Nagito. I actually have a picture of Nagito. Let's bring that up.
Do 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 do.
Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Here we go.
Ah, yes.
I have to say something funny that which most people probably won't get, but if you do, it's funny.
Mm.
I showed this background in one of my classes, my
Yeah.
second period class, and then I turned it off after a while, but they were fine with it. And then it said, "Oh yeah, Brienne had a nice picture of a girl with red pink hair." The thing is, like, with that description, and if you watch the show, you'd be like, "Oh, she was talking about Junko Onoshima." She was talking about Nagito Komaeda, who's a boy and has white hair. And they're poor. And the thing is, like, they both support different things. Like, they're two completely different characters.
I think the teacher also what was I gonna say? The teacher also called my modal sushi background avatar. um hold on, let me pull that up real quick. Yeah, this is Wei Wuxian from Avatar, and this is Lan Hongji from Avatar. They're just yeah, they're beautiful. Okay, so here is best boy of the year, favorite character of the year, Wen Young. This is weird filter from a video I took a screenshot of because this face is a mood. And let's see. I had another picture from my desktop that I just downloaded today. Here, it's okay. Let me just apply Chibi Wen Yang. I know, he's a cinnamon roll. So that's a chibi version of how he looks from the Untamed. There is so many different versions of Modal Sushi. It is not funny. But anyways, this is like a chibi style of how he looks from the Untamed. And Wen Young is really sweet and stuff, but he's also very loyal. But when he does get saved by Wei Wuxian, he has a berserko mode. Yeah, he like turns into a zombie and that kind of stuff. But don't worry, people. It's fine. It's totally fine. Let me remove some of these plain WebEx backgrounds because it won't let me add. Oh no, I have to remove this one. Okay. Let me add more.
It works.
Ah, there it is. And this is him from the animation.
Ooh.
It's really sweet. Yeah. To be honest, every version of the Murazushi characters I like, except Wen Chao. Wen Chao is disgusting in every universe. He's a bad ruler. He is very bad, and he deserved to die. I mean, I did not spoil anything. Didn't hear any spoilers come out of my mouth right there. Let's move on to a different character so I don't end up spoiling the whole plot of the show. Okay, anyways. Yato Noragami. Probably another one, because why not? Who was my favorite from Oran? I don't know. They were all amazing peoples.
I really like the twins, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Says not gonna lie with a liar on the screen.
Not gonna lie with the liar on the screen, yeah.
Yeah,
Totally trust that.
He's a liar. That's what he's known for his lies and being able to detect them.
Hey. That reminds me of your OC. Anyway.
Oh yeah, Koichi. Yeah, I'm not gonna talk about her, but yeah, also related to this character. I may take it too far. Please don't judge.
It's okay. We all make OCs. It's fine. It's fine. Thinking of it, I haven't actually made an OC for a fandom that I'm in. I've made OCs for my original stories. Okay, what was I gonna say?
We were still talking about like favorite characters, and then we were going to talk about like backgrounds, even though we kind of already talked about them. Just like brush over it again.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember favorite character. Who's another character I liked from the end time? Jang Yan Lee, Rip, the big sister. She was very nice. Sadness. And you want to say something?
Yes, I'm sorry. So from My Hero Academia, remember the people who we said that you were really alike, like they'd be like your BNHA parents from Ida and Mina.
Yes. I'm Ida and Mina. Child. If
Like we don't ship it, but that
yeah,
is who
no,
you
no.
are.
No. Sorry. Yeah. And
So do you want to, when you're done, do you want to brush over what our backgrounds are? I need to stop looking at it.
wait, didn't we already brush over our background?
We were planning to do that first, but then we decided to just like wrap it up at the end of it.
Oh, yes. Oh, okay. Let me say one more thing. Yes, my Dragon Ball obsession from like 6th grade. Cringe. Who was my favorite character? I don't know. Oh, probably Trunks. Yeah, they all have weird names. Don't mind it. We have carrot, vegetable, Napa cabbage, pickle O, and yeah.
What are these
broccoli
names?
broly. Yeah, I think there's like Frieza named after a freezer, Cooler named after a cooler, Vegeta named after a vegetable. Yeah, they're named after food and stuff. Anyways, Trunks. Trunks was probably one of my favorite characters. Now let's move on to backgrounds before I get
Wanna go
into weird
first?
names.
Want to go first or?
I've talked a lot. You should go. Yeah.
Okay. I feel like I'm talking way too much.
Nah.
Okay, so as I said before, this is Kokichiyama from Danganronpa V3, not Danganronpa 3, V3. I feel like most of my backgrounds for these shows will probably be different pictures of Kokichi. I have 4 of them saved to my computer, not including the ones where he's in groups, just by himself. But yeah, this is Kokichiyama, the liar and the lie detector. He likes checkers.
I see the chicken. Now let me see. Okay. Let me explain. With my horrible Chinese. 他是文英，他是我的爱. Just kidding. This is Wen Young, obviously best boy who sells radishes. He sold radishes in that one episode, and I would set that as my profile picture for everything if I could. But yeah, this is him with the filter again from a video. Let's see, I already showed that picture. I need to remove stuff. Oh yeah, Brienne, do you have any last things to say before I add this?
Well, one more. Well, I mean, like, are we like preparing to like sign off or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like a few more things you have to say before we go.
Yes.
Before we go.
I was serious about looking up blow-dried cows. Just, they will make your day, I promise. So cute.
Blow-dried cows. How do I fit myself in this picture? Okay. Yeah, one last picture of baby selling radishes. Best character ever. Except Niehoi-san, he's a very good one. Fluffy cow. Okay, we're signing off with blow-dried cows, Brienne, radish selling Wanyang, and me. So there's
Bye.
Bye. Thank you for coming. See you next time if we do.